Are you getting ghosted after following up with a prospect? It happens to all of us. I know because it happens to us all the time, and it's happened in every industry I've worked in. So I'm sure it's happening to you too. Now, getting ghosted usually has to do with not building up enough value on the front end or not learning enough about your prospect as well. But one of the things that people tend to overlook is the fact that some people are just assholes and they're just gonna ghost you for the sake of ghosting you. A lot of people don't realize like we could read every time you open a text. We could see every time you open an email, every time you read a message. We can see those things. So we know when you're ghosting us. But one of the things that most agents and business owners struggle with is what to do afterwards. And you don't have to get upset about it. It's just natural for people to ghost people that they don't want to do business with. But sometimes there's things that are going on that we don't know about. And so you have to tread correctly and tread, I don't want to say lightly, but you have to approach that situation in a certain way because there is a certain amount of professionalism that's expected when you're dealing with business owners or when you're dealing with just any adult in general. And so one of the things that I've toyed around with over the years, I've tried the typical, hey, haven't heard back from you, checking back in. That does not work. The checking back in, email, text, call, that never works, right? Because you're coming from a very soft point and people take advantage of it and they say, yeah, I'm not interested, bye. But what you're looking for is to get a real answer of, hey, what exactly is going on? Are you still interested in this? Were you ever really interested in this? Are you blowing me off because you don't like me? Or are you blowing me off because you have something going on that maybe you just don't want to talk about? Or maybe this just isn't a priority for you, right? And for a lot of people, it's a lot easier to just ignore than it is to just go out and say, hey, dude, not interested. Now, I'm a salesperson at the end of the day, so I'm going to keep following up with you until you tell me not to follow up with you anymore, right? But one of the things that I've began using about a year ago that's worked really well, and it's because it triggers a little bit of a sensitivity point with people, is when I reach out to them by email, by message, I'll just say, hey, we spoke, you said you were really interested, I thought we had an answer to a problem you were looking to solve, and we just haven't heard back from you since. If you want to move forward, we'd love to work with you. If not, that's okay too. Just tell us. So where do we go from here? And you just finish with, where do we go from here? That right there forces them to feel some type of way where they have to tell you what's going on. And I'll tell you, overwhelmingly, the response I usually get back is, hey, I'm so sorry, man. I have been seeing your messages. I have been seeing your emails. And then they'll give you whatever the response is. I've just been out of it. Hey, I'm struggling in my business and I don't want to waste your time. Hey, I'm not ready yet. Hey, I'm, onboarding a new person. I've been really busy. Hey, this, hey, that. There's a lot of different reasons, but at least you get to what the exact reason is. And you end up finding out that people kind of respect you a little bit more for confronting it and calling people out directly. And I've always been a very direct person. I don't like to beat around the bush, but that's one of the ways that we've used to really get people to say, hey, all right, I'm dealing with a real person. It's not just some automation sending out a million emails to me. This person's actually reaching out. So that's what I would recommend for you to try out. Just try it out. Finish your, reiterate, hey, we had a good conversation. This did make sense for you. You seemed like you were interested. And then I just haven't heard back. Where do we go from here? Try it. Let me know how it goes for you.